little thing came. Hand me that yellow, what you call it over there, please? That yellow, lighter over there. Good riddance. It is raggedy ass. Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome in. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Welcome in, guys. Who's in the chat with me? Who's in the chat with me? Say hello. Say hello. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. If you would like a free question, drop it in the chat. They are the free yes or no question. Drop your question in the chat. It is free. And I'll go ahead and answer that for you. But welcome in. Welcome in. If you would like to look at the Mercury information, today is the day of Mercury. And so we are going to be looking at some Mercury questions. Mercury is about communication. It's about, this is water, by the way. I don't probably look like I'm chugging a big old thing of wine, but no, it's water. Mercury is all about communication. It is about opportunities. So if you want to know what opportunities are ahead of you or who wants to communicate with you, whether it's in this realm or the spirit realm, those are some of the questions that Mercury kind of holds for you. So if you would like one of those, that would be 1555, and you can see the payment information in the pinned comments. But if you would like a free yes or no, it is in. Just drop it in the chat, and we will answer that for you. I hope y'all got y'all's passports. Man, crunch time is coming. It is coming. Crunch time is coming, and it's coming fast too. It is coming fast. But we were told this for the last 2 years. We've been told this for the last 2 years. So it's not a surprise. It's just get everything in order ASAP as you can, as fast as you can, so that you can make moves that's going to be the best interest of your family and not moves that you have to make because you have no other options. You have no other options. So welcome in. Who's in the chat with me? Any of my regular folks in the chat? If you're new, welcome in. If you're coming back to see me, welcome back. We'll be migrating over here more from TikTok. We're getting kicked out of our home. Although Spirit told me to be out here a couple years ago, 3 years ago, and I should have been listening. But I did make a concerted effort at some point. But then, life gets to life. But if you would like a free yes or no question, drop your question in the chat, and I'll answer that. If you would like to know about Mercury, like I said, today is Wednesday, is the day of Mercury. Mercury is about communication. It's about opportunities. We can look more deeply into what opportunities are ahead for you or who wants to communicate with you. Who or what wants to communicate with you. Because sometimes it could be a what. It could be a what. It could definitely be a what. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all can say hello. We talk over here. We talk over here. Who's ready for the parade of planets? Who is ready for the parade of planets? I'm ready to use that energy to change my life once again. Look, that's how I look at energies. I'll be like, how can we best use this energy, and how can it transform my life into something even better? I have done an amazing job. Spirit has done an amazing job in the last, almost close to 5 years of doing that, of the transformation from where I used to be to where I am now. So, why not keep going? Why not keep going? But anyway, welcome in, guys. Who's in the chat with me? Any of my regulars? If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back to see me, welcome back. I like to talk. I do personal readings. I don't do like zodiac signs. So I'm not a zodiac reader, but I do read your personal energy, so that you can understand what's going on with you. For those who are new and you're kind of questioning, like, okay, well, so what does she do? I'm an oracle, meaning a messenger between the two worlds, between both worlds. Um, and we read your personal information, your personal energy, so that you can understand what's going on with you, which is always better than a zodiac sign anyway, in my opinion. In my opinion. Please give me a thumbs up as you come on in. If you would like a free yes or no question, drop your question in the chat and I'll go ahead and ask that and get some answers for you. If you would like to know about Mercury, again, who wants to communicate with you, what opportunities are ahead of you. Matter of fact, I was working with the spirits of Mercury before I got on here. The hour of Mercury started at 8:11, and so I had some rituals that I had to do. And they burning good too. They burning good. Mercury, that's the one thing about Mercury. The spirits of Mercury, they come in with the fire. I be like, all right, come on in. Love it though. Love it though. We did two rituals for my trust group. If any of my trust group are here, welcome, ladies. Your not the trust group. We didn't do it for the trust group. We did it for the Solomonic conjuring. We did it for the 7-day Solomonic conjuring. So if any of those ladies are there, your rituals are burning beautifully. Burning absolutely beautifully. Welcome in, guys. If you have a spiritually based question, something that does not necessarily require divination, but something that you may have wanted to know about spirituality, drop it. We'll talk about it. I wanted to come out here and spend about 30 minutes out here before I go head over to TikTok. I hope it is not our final days. I was just thinking about it. I hope that is not our final days. We were hoping to get some sort of resolution today from the Supreme Court because they had their opinions scheduled for today, but we didn't get anything. So hopefully, I know that they're trying to push a bill that would give it. Hey, Fat Majesty. I know they're trying to push a bill that would give us 260 more days or until October 16th. So we'll see. It's all up in the air. But what I will tell you is this. Start making moves. First of all, for those who are on any social media platform, spread yourself out and be diverse. Don't just stick. I know it's easy to stick to one platform because I was guilty of that with TikTok. To stick to one platform, but you do have to spread yourself out. The good thing about it is that I wasn't TikTok wasn't ever supporting all my income ever. And the money that I make actually off that platform is very little in comparison to my other means of income that I have coming in. Very, very little. So if that goes away, but I was thinking, I said, all these people who actually make livings off of the lives and the competing, the gaming and stuff like that, where they get, because I don't get a lot of gifts out there, but those who get a lot of gifts, and that, like I said, I did meet a woman last year, and she lives out of her house, out of her car, and she just travels all over the country, and TikTok is her source of income. And I know she's with the agency. Matter of fact, she brought me into her agency, and that's what she makes her money off of, is the lives. And I was like thinking, like, Sandy, when this goes away, what the hell you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? You better get on another platform and see if you can. But the TikTok is such a unique thing where it is geared towards lives and short term content, short form content. Whereas out here, If you're not going live, and that's all I'm going to use this for anyway, is to really go live, because I'm not a long form content creator. Like I said, I don't do zodiac signs. I read personal energy, so which is different. I understand zodiac signs are the big thing out here, but I don't do zodiac signs. I ain't got time to guess, is this my story or if it ain't. I needs to know if this is my story. And I know some people, they like that, I guess. I don't know. um but I needs to know if this is my story or not. And so if you that kind of person, then you're my kind of person, because that's who I am. I'm the person who's going to get you right to the heart of the matter, right to your story. So no, it's not about zodiac signs. It's about your energy. That's why you guys can come and get personal readings over here. One question personal readings over here. That's what I do. So, but anyway, Fat Majesty, how are you, honey? I'm going to say this. I was reading somewhere and somebody else confirmed. Um, did y'all hear that Russia told their citizens that are here, or the Russians that are in this country, to get out of the U.S.? I know he said last year. I know he said something to that effect again, but I don't know if he reiterated it. I know he said, he had warned Russians of traveling to the West. Hey, Miss Juanita, he had warned citizens of traveling to the West not to, because they may be singled out, or arrested, or up to, detained or whatever. Did y'all hear about that? So look, let me say this again. Get your passports. Get your passports. It's going to be imperative that you get your passports, and that you have them ready to go. You don't want even if you got, like with me, I've got my passport, but I only got 2 years left on it. So I'm going to renew it early, so that I have the full scope of the 7 to 10 years. I think I had it for 10 years before previously. So hopefully I'll be able to do it another 10 years. But I'm gonna renew it for as long as I can, so that if we got to skedaddle, scurry on out this mug, we can. You can. Don't just be stuck. Don't be stuck now. That's the worst thing, is to be stuck and not be able to make the decision to leave or not. I can't even imagine that. But so one of the things when I was doing the Solomonic conjuring for our 7-day Solomonic conjuring tonight, was to open up the doors to safety, to exit. I'm doing well to exit. To exit. Do we have a delay? I don't know if we got a delay or not. But Fat Majesty, I asked you how you would do it a long time ago. I don't know if we got a delay or not. I don't know. But yeah, so make sure you guys are, really the best thing. I'm going to see about making, like I said, content from my Patreon, where I can give you guys the downloads that I'm getting. I don't know why I'm not afraid. I might be so. Yeah, you know what? No, you're not supposed to be afraid. And nobody, look, I don't want nobody to be afraid. I want you to be aware, and I want you to have options. Because there's going to oh, you were typing about which okay, got you. um I don't want you to be afraid. That because again, we don't operate out of fear ever. Don't ever operate out of fear. We operate out of awareness, understanding, and clarity. And when we have those things, then we can make choices that will impact us in a greater way. And we operate out of that intuition. And like I said, our intuition, when you are operating out of your intuition, there is nothing to fear. You're being guided. They're going to guide you to safety. So that was one of the things, like I said, when I was doing the Solomonic conjuring tonight, was to, conjure the spirits of Mercury for opportunities to expedite, for my family and for those who were in the ritual with me, to expedite the process to get everybody to safety if necessary, and to have the means, everybody to have the means to get to safety, and be able to be in a safe space, comfortable and still flourishing. So you know what? No, we don't operate out of fear. We look, y'all know what I always tell you. If you don't like something, you get to work. Exactly. Like, you don't like something, you get to work. But I do know, like I said, for the last 2 years, we've had, and if you've been with me, I know Juanita's been with me. I don't know who else is on there, but if you've been with me for over 2 years, then you know those have been the downloads we've been getting. We have been getting those downloads very, very consistently. Why can't you leave? Don't say that. Don't say can't leave. You might not be in a position to leave right now. Say that. Always leave the door open because you don't know what spirit can do. You know, once you start petitioning spirit, you don't know what they can do to maneuver you where you need to be. You know, I had always been worried about my son in Nebraska because there's five of them. You know, he's got 3 kids, and he's, you know, they don't make a lot of money up there, and I've always been worried about that. And you know, again, in my workings, because like I said, we don't worry about shit, we work it. And so in the workings that I have been working, and I always put my kids, yeah, exactly, I always put my kids in those workings. They have maneuvered it to where he now has money, and we have had a stark conversation about what needs to happen. And he is now in a position to get his everybody, all five of them, their passports. Matter of fact, I told him tonight. I said, get your appointment set so you'll know. Get your appointment set and get those passports ASAP. Let that be the priority. And then that's it. That's all. We'll wait it out. And when it's time to go, like I said, we'll have the option if we want to go. That's what I want everybody to put themselves in position for. I ain't telling you to leave now unless that's what you want to do. I want to leave now. Okay. I want to leave now. But if you can't, then you know you gotta wait, and you gotta wait and see. Then at least you still have the option if the time comes, push comes to shove, that you can go. Because you can't leave this country unless you got that passport. That's the thing, honey. I told y'all know where I'm going. I was talking to my grandkids today. He said, my grandson said, "Where we going?" He said, where will we go?" He was like, "How about Hawaii?" I said, "Hawaii is still the U.S." He said, "Oh, okay. How about Puerto Rico?" Because he's half Puerto Rican. I said, "No, Puerto Rico is still the U.S. too." He said, "Oh, okay." I said, "What about Panama? What about Costa Rica? What about Belize? What about the Bahamas?" He was like, "Anywhere you go, Gigi, I'll go." I was like, I said, "That's my baby. That's you know." He said, "Anywhere you go, I go." Because he was when we were talking about, he was like, "You ain't leaving without us, are you?" I said, "I have not decided yet. I have not decided yet. Like I said, I'm still doing my research to see which one is the most, I guess, Americanized, so it won't be such a culture. It's going to be a culture shock regardless. But like to go to Costa Rica, they got rolling blackouts because they are a country that believes in conserving energy. And so as a country, they've made this decision to accept the rolling blackouts. Again, if you're a content creator, you know, on any capacity like I am, you're going to need a place where that's not happening. That's not happening. So again, but I don't want to be so far away. I want to be close enough to the US so that we can still maneuver back if we need to. Exactly. Well, see, honey, everybody seemed to be moving to Panama because I've got an ex who's Panamanian. He's a black Panamanian, and he was like, let's just retire." I was like, "Bro, I'm not retiring with you. You're an ex for a reason." Okay. I remember you must have forgotten, but I remember. I was like, "No, man." So yeah, I mean, again, Panama is a short term look. It's a short term place to kind of land for safety, regroup, and then make your next move because you got about 6 months you could be there, and then you gotta either come back or go someplace else. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking at different places where I can have places we can go that will give us longevity past 6 months if necessary. Mexico too. I know, like I said, with I'm looking at places too. Look at places where you can do a digital, especially if you're a content creator, do anything remotely, like you work remote. You might be able to be a digital nomad. Places that would allow a digital nomad. There are countries like Italy and Spain that would allow digital nomads to stay there for up to 2 years, which is better, especially if you have kids, to be settled somewhere for 2 years and then have to move someplace else. So like I said, definitely looking. I'm definitely looking, seeing where to land. I'm allowing, putting it out into the ether to let spirit kind of guide the entire process. And so I would implore y'all to do the same. But I will say this: start doing the work. Start doing the work. Because y'all know what I always say: if you don't like this, you don't like what's going on, change it. Change it. And so we definitely are. But I saw I don't know. I'm waiting to see what the 20th brings. I feel like there's some fuck shit going on. I do. I feel like I don't know, it's a nagging feeling like somebody got something up their sleeve and it just ain't dropped yet. I saw Biden do his farewell address. Get out of here, man. You've been a whole clown for the last 4 years. I need you to go. Um I can't. I was talking to a friend of mine who was in California. He was like, "Yeah, I know. He just sanctioned for $770 to be given." Yeah, I feel like there's something going on, but he just sanctioned $770 to be given to the people that have just lost everything. You talking about people that lost $3 million homes? You giving them $770? Like, what the f is that? What the f is that? But that's the thinking. But yet you giving all these people from Ukraine and things like that all this money just to come over here. Like, yeah, ain't nobody got time. It's time for you to go. Look, it's crazy. I ain't happy that the Cheeto Puff is coming into play. But you know what? God damn. You know, that's why I said I'm just ready for it all to be over. That's why I'm leaving. I'm not sticking around for none of this stuff. I'm not sticking around for none of this stuff. It is what it is. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm too exactly. Pity says you just lost $1 million homes and you gonna get some $770. And watch them have a hard as hell time to get that because that's what they did over here. That's what they did in North Carolina. That's what they did here in Tampa last year with the hurricanes. Although I did get my 750. I got mine. Most people did not. Most people could not. No, most people could not. So yeah, like I said, just ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for it. Oh, I never told y'all. I never told y'all. You remember old girl who was here, who lived here, and they got evicted. Remember, they got evicted for non-payment. The one that was when our manager came to me, property manager came to me. Um, yeah, we'll be over here. Exactly. Who came? Remember when the property manager came to me and asked me to do work for her because she felt like the girl was sending stuff to her. The girl was telling her, "Oh, I mess with demons and stuff like that, right?" Child. See, and I didn't even do no hard stuff to her. I just stopped her. I just binded her. And she is a mess. It is a mess. It is a mess. So she was talking to another resident that lives here. And I guess she's still in communication with this person, and this person, she was talking about me. She was talking about another one of our property manager, the property manager assistant who lives here as well. She was like, well, they got the FEMA, and they got the 750, and then yeah, we also got approval for a hotel, but I didn't need it because we got back in, so I didn't need it. And she was like, well, they could have gave it to us. Why the fuck would I give anything to you? Like, first of all, you lied. What old Kendrick said? You lied about you. She lied and was scamming to get people to send her money. I even sent her $60. And Marianne, our property manager, said, don't send her anything. She was like, do you know how much food stamps this girl gets? She said, "Do you know that when they came back here, their grocery?" He said, she said the guy who brought their groceries had to make 4 trips. She said the amount of food they brought back here when they came back was nauseating. She was like, "Don't give them anything." They're lying about everything. And then now I was looking at her TikTok, and she was saying, oh, I had a cancer scare, and I thought we had, and so people were sending her money for that. I mean, and then, oh no, it's not cancer, it's a skin rash, bitch. I was like, I said, you know what? I said, no, 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 no. And and now it's terrible. She was calling, Dan, like I said, one of the people that lived in one of the residents in our building. She still is in contact with Dan, and she was calling him, and she was talking about, I feel like I have to. Now they've got 3 kids. I got to get the kids up. I'm gonna have to give the kids to the state again, trying to get sympathy, and she's a scammer. She's a scammer. And so I said, well, let me go ahead and bind them hands. I was like, bind them hands. You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody, and you ain't gonna get nothing but what you got coming to you. Okay, you done try to scam the wrong person, and now look at you. Okay, got some concerning, unknown rash. That's what you get. That's what you get. But yeah, like, again, that's the one that was. Oh, I'm a witch, and you a witch, and yet all this. What in the world? Okay, that's you making us look bad. Like, you making us look bad. But yeah, it was interesting. It was very, very interesting. She said that we could have given her our FEMA. Why would I give you anything? I don't have to give you shit. If we couldn't get it, they wouldn't give it to us. That's your problem. That has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. I got it for both. I got the 750 for both of the hurricanes. Because you had to apply separately. I got it for both. Sorry, that's your problem. That's your problem and your concern. So I was like, oh, interesting. So yeah, she was scamming. She was scamming. And she's still scamming. She's still on the scam shit. I don't know what she gonna do when TikTok go down. I have no idea what she's going to do when TikTok goes down. She's not gonna be able to get on there spreading her tales of woe. She ain't gonna be able to do any of that. Because I don't think she got a fan base nowhere else. Exactly. Look, Spirit made sure that I was. Although I wanted to spend, and I spent most of my time going live on TikTok. They always, if you've been with me, they were always getting my ass to make sure that I kept up on the YouTube, and I did. Exactly. I do too. I do too. I hope that they're able to really transition to other platforms and things like that, because I feel like that's what needs to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. We're still in limbo with the whole TikTok thing, but it's like being on death row. It feel like being on death row almost. Hey, Miss Kier, how are you, honey? It feel like being on death row. I don't know if that's how I feel, but it's just like the time is just ticking down, and you just know what's coming. I guess that's how it feels. I guess that's how it feels. But yeah, it was interesting, very, very interesting, to see how people kind of recover from this. How people kind of recover from this. Some people didn't need to be on TikTok, and like I said, old girl was one of them. She definitely didn't need to be, but for those who did, and made a life, had a livelihood off of here, I hope that they are able to recover. You know, I'm not sure why they would put 170 million people who are making livings off of places in jeopardy. It's a very weird energy that's going on. That's why, like I said, I have never been worried about it, because I knew that everything that I do is touched by spirit, period. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Okay, I would not be here. So it's almost like we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to worry about it. But we have made it to 30 minutes, guys. We are going to head over to TikTok, back to TikTok, for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to get off of here. Exactly. They cannot control the flow of information. They cannot control the flow of information, and that's what they're trying to do. Again, information is power, guys. Being able to control the narrative, you control history. If you control the narrative, you control history. That is a big ass flex, because you can write it for whatever you want it to be. And they have long since known this. They have long since known this about taking away people's right to voice, taking away people's avenues to communicate, to communicate. So, but I'm glad that, we done found another avenue to go to. And, and that should be a lesson to them that we're just going to keep finding other avenues to communicate with one another. They're not going to be able to stop it. They're not going to be able to stop it at all. And we'll be able to, once we find an avenue to to communicate, that's it. The word gets out, the narrative, a new narrative shifts things. So, but anyway, guys, we're about to go over on TikTok. So follow us over there if you would like. I'll see you guys over there. And I'll see you in a few. Make good choices. If you're not following us, make good choices and have a good night. I will be back out here tomorrow. So yeah, we'll be, like I said, this may be our new home. So welcome home. Welcome home, guys. Y'all have a good night.